Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and today I'm going to review the first half of Book 3 of Infinity Train. And I haven't talked about the show too much on this channel yet, but I really enjoyed this show. It is a really good Cartoon Network show, probably one of my favorite ones they've done in recent years. There's a lot of good mystery to it, and each season feels very, very contained, but broadens the entire world of this train, and I really enjoy it. I think so far, Book 3 is so far becoming my favorite. So the main characters of this book are two members of the Apex, the leaders, in fact, Grace and Simon, and they find Hazel and Tuba later down in the second episode. The main season starts off with seeing more of the Apex. We saw them a little bit in Book 2, and now we get to really see the more of their destructive nature, and they go after trains. I felt sorry for that music train. It was just crazy. They were absolutely crazy. But on a routine, raid that they do, they say that 1-1 has found them, and they get separated from the Apex. So they have to start the long journey back to getting to the mall cart. And on the way, they meet Tuba and Hazel. One thing in the jungle car that they end up in. One thing interesting about Hazel, though, and it's a really good mystery this season, is that she has a number, but it doesn't glow like they do. So it's what's going on with Hazel, and at the end of these first half episodes, we get a little stronger reason. Well, something's going on. Okay, this is interesting. That was a very interesting cliffhanger after one of the darkest moments of the show, I think. And one thing interesting about this first half so far is how you have Simon and Grace, and yet they are the leaders of this, how Grace is slowly kind of changing a bit, but Simon is getting kind of more and more basically going deeper and deeper into just not being redeemable anymore. He does a despicable act at the end of this, and he just smiles about it, and he just seems so content what he finally did, because he has a hatred for the Gnolls, as they call them. And it's a very unsettling scene, especially after the 5th episode was all about teamwork. And it was like, okay, maybe he has changed a little bit. Nope, not at all. I really also enjoyed that we get a little bit more on the cat. And we find that she did have a human, which is Simon, so that was a very interesting episode. And it kind of brings into the idea of what's going on with him. It kind of brings more into why he doesn't really like Gnolls too much, because the cat abandoned him. So I really like that they developed that a little bit more in here. The world in each of these cars in this first half was very creative. I really enjoyed it. And so far, Book 3's mystery is very interesting, and I really cannot wait to see what happens in the next 5 chapters. It is going to be really good. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, because Simon and Grace, they're going on a separate kind of path. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, because Grace's number is going a little bit lower, but Simon, he's still up there, especially after that 5th episode. But I really enjoyed that cliffhanger. And probably my favorite, I really enjoyed the character of Tuba. I think her interaction with Hazel is really phenomenal. And I really like Hazel as a character for these two Apex leaders, because she's completely different. She doesn't really kind of understand the world of the train, it seems like, yet. But then you realize, okay, there's more going on with Hazel, especially at the 5th chapter, and you're like, okay, where's this heading to? I need more episodes now. So yes, I cannot wait for the next 5 chapters of Infinity Train Book 3. I really enjoyed this first half, and hopefully in the future I'll be talking about Book 1 and 2, because this show is really fantastic, and I would recommend anyone who has not seen the show go on HBO Max and watch from Book 1. Start with Book 1 and watch the whole thing. They're 10 parts each, and they're only about 11 minutes per episode, so it's really not that long of a watch, and you will really enjoy the mystery of Infinity Train. So that's it for tonight. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and tell me your guys' thoughts on Infinity Train Book 3 in the comments below. Where do you think this season is going to head to, and what's the conclusion? It's going to be really, really exciting to see where this heads. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.